Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I will take you through the oral poetry that was tested in English PP1 Kcse 2022. So the poem that was tested on is one, The Quarrel by Eleanor Farjeon. I'll take you through the recitation of this poem, and it goes, I quarreled with my brother. I don't know what about. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. The start of it was light. The end of it was strong. He said he was right. I knew he was wrong. We hated one another. The afternoon turned black. Then suddenly, my brother thumped me on the back and said, "Oh, come along. We can't go on all night." I was in the wrong, so he was in the right. And it has been adapted from the Ginn Springboard 6, 1990 by the Ginn Publishing Canada Inc. So in this poem, the candidates were expected to describe the rhyme scheme and explain its function. So in describing the rhyme scheme, the candidate must understand the concept of rhyming words. And rhyming words are always the end words in each and every line in a given poem that ends in similar syllables. So once a candidate has understood the concept of rhyming words, the first end word in line 1 will have a letter A assigned to it. So should the end word in line 2 have the same ending syllable, then we will say that they are rhyming and we will assign the same letter. But if they're different, then we will move to the next alphabetical letter, that is letter B. So let's look at what we have here. The first end word in line 1 is brother. So we will assign letter A to it. Second one, we have about. It doesn't rhyme with the word brother, so we will assign letter B. Another and brother rhymes, so we will assign the letter A. Just the same way out and about, we also have letter B there. Then we have slight, strong, and right. So in as much as out and about ends in sound T, there is kind of similarity in slight and right that we cannot just rely on the T sound that they share. So then we will give slight another letter, that is letter C. Strong will be D, right will be C, then wrong will be D. So that is that for the first stanza. So what we will do, we will pick up the assigned letters and put down at the rhyme scheme as we await working on the second stanza. So we have A, B, then there is CD, and this is for the first stanza. Moving to the second stanza, we have another. We had met this elsewhere. and we had assigned letter A to it, and we'll do that again. Then we have black. So we are moving to the next alphabetical letter after D, that is E. Brother, we will assign A. Back, we will assign E. Along was D. Night was C. And wrong is D. Then right, we have C. So we will also pick them up and put them down. So we will have there in the second stanza A, E, D, C, D, C. That is the second stanza. Remember, that was part of the question. We were told to describe that rhyme scheme, and after that we were to give its function. So we have stanza A, A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D, stanza 2, A, E, A, E, D, C, D, C, and the rhyme scheme there is regular. And then the various functions of rhyme scheme. Number one, we could say to make the poem memorable. Again, the rhyme scheme also creates rhythm. Or musicality. So a candidate can talk about any of those functions. Again, question B, the candidate was asked that how would you perform the stanza, the line 8 in stanza 1, that is, I knew he was wrong. So when asked this question, a candidate should at least come up with 1 point on the nonverbal cues and another point on the verbal cue to be safe. So for instance, I knew he was wrong. One nonverbal cue would be that I would use an angry facial expression. Then let's say a verbal cue, and let us remember that when we are talking about nonverbal cues, then we are going to talk about facial expression, we have body movement, we have dramatization. When we are talking about verbal cues, we have stress, we have intonation, and at the same time we have tone. So another point, we could maybe say, talk about intonation. So I knew he was wrong. I would use a rising, falling intonation. Again, if someone decided to use tone or to use stress, then a candidate can say, I would stress the words I knew he wrong to show conviction by the speaker that he knew the brother was wrong. So one would stress those 4 words there. Lastly, the candidates were also expected to say, to show how they would perform the last line of the poem, and that is the last line of stanza 2. So he was in the right. So he was in the right. So one point would be that the candidate would use falling intonation to show finality or to show that the poem has ended. The candidate could have also talked about we have the falling intonation. The candidate could also talk about a reconciliatory tone. Reconciling with the brother and accepting that the brother was right after all. Viewers, that is what was there in 2022 Kcse Paper 1 Oral Poetry. Going forward, we will check and see what will be there at the end of this year 2023. If you love the content here, then you can consider hitting onto that subscribe button so that anytime we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Again, if you want to be a member of this channel with special perks, you can also hit onto that button, join, and check whether you can be a gold member, a silver, or bronze. Thank you. Until next time.